The rise, and some would say impending fall, of the ruling party here in Japan is a story of a group that analysts say has become too comfortable in the seat of power and now faces a possible revolt from the people they are supposed to serve. It used to be the formula for winning an election in Japan was as straightforward as it is for these fishermen to catch fish. Bait the public by building impressive infrastructure projects like the Akashi Kaikyo, the world's longest suspension bridge, and you land the local vote. But at $3.6 billion, the bridge also stands as the world's most expensive, and projects like it have become monuments to government excess. For restaurant owner MATSUMI YOSHIDA, it's also come to symbolize a long line of broken promises. Officials celebrated it as a way to bring in tourists to Japan's smallest island of Shikoku, but with an $80 charge to cross, seaside attractions sit idle, and resorts, some also paid for by public money, have been abandoned.
The old ferry brought in more tourists than this. We need a government that can truly improve the economy.
For close to 50 years, the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, or LDP, could do little wrong. They oversaw Japan's dramatic rise following World War II, and a lot of the good things the country has today can be attributed to them. But in more recent years, they've been blamed for mismanagement, for creating a heavy bureaucracy, and in some cases for complete incompetence in leadership. The revolving door of LDP leaders, Taro Aso being the fourth prime minister in 4 years, hasn't helped the party's image. And their leadership has largely carried the blame for Japan's 2 decades of economic drift. For a nation where people were once promised jobs for a lifetime, 3.5 million are now unemployed. With polls suggesting a landslide loss, a younger generation of LDP candidates are campaigning on promises to overhaul their party and bring better government. But they acknowledge it may be too late.
But the situation is very hard, that's true. So we have to prepare for any situation. So, I mean...
Yes. Do you believe the LDP could lose?
Possible.
The opposition, the Democratic Party of Japan, has made big strides with the public by promising to keep politicians accountable. Candidate TEZUKA YOSHIYO is refusing all corporate donations. The people of Japan are demanding we clean up government corruption, he says, and make politics independent of industrial lobby groups. As for the economy, TEZUKA says his party plans to give families with children more than $1,000 a year in bonuses to encourage spending and also address the issue of an aging workforce. The LDP is stressing its leaders are better experienced in running government and warns the other party's plans could spend the country into bankruptcy. The opposition's response: if you want to talk about free spending, just look at the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge. Now, we do have to keep in mind that despite several polls indicating a major victory for the opposition, up to 40% of the electorate say they have yet to make up their minds, and in this conservative society, that means the election is far from certain. What is certain is that in the final day of campaigning, all parties will be working hard to make their case.